Hello there. Welcome to another episode with me, Join Andy. I'm the author of this book, Life at an Ashram in India. Today's topic is no need to cry at death. We are not the body. Before I start reading, I'd like to give you a preliminary of this article. When I was living at the ashram, there are three gurus actually, two males and one lady. We call her Ma. And her mother passed away. So the entire ashramites, all the ashram staff and devotees, and including us, we all went to the funeral. And it was a very divine experience, as you will find out in the article when I read it. And I went up to Ma and I gave her my condolences. Why am I saying this? Is because the article starts off with what she said. So I'll start reading now. The topic again: no need to cry at death, we are not the body. She said, "Don't be sorry," when I told her that I'm sorry for her loss. She is finally free. She has been suffering for a while, the lady sage said of her mother to me. She didn't shed a tear and went on with life as usual after the funeral. It was this ashram that taught me from the Katha Upanishad and the Bhagavad Gita that I am not the body or the mind. I and we are the soul. In fact, everything is soul. To the soul, our bodies are like the clothes we wear and discard. It will grow old and one day be destroyed, just like old clothes. The soul wears our bodies like clothes and changes them when they're old for new ones. It keeps doing this repeatedly. The soul is not attached to any body. We are taught that the soul can never perish. It was never born, nor can it ever die. It is timeless, cannot be changed, wet or dried. It's immovable, constant, and changeless. We are the soul and not the body or mind. The ignorance of this fact is what has led to all sorrow in man's hearts and minds and the world. It is also stated in the Kali Yuga predictions that in this era, man believes that hair, body, is what makes a person. That his position, status in life, and how much wealth he has is what creates a person's identity, and that is why so many pursue it. Man believes that all material things is his truth. The Hindu scriptures call this ignorance. So, that's the end of the article. What this article is trying to tell us is trying to explain to us what is our real identity. In our ignorance, we believe that we are our qualifications, our status in life, our positions at our offices, how much wealth we have, and all things material. We believe that all of these things that we surround ourselves with and possess is what creates our identity. But in truth, none of them is our identity. Our real identity, and I've written another book called exactly that, Our Real Identity, is soul. And the soul does not possess anything. Like this article has said, the soul wears our bodies like we wear clothes. And when these clothes get old, we will just discard them and throw them, don't we? Or maybe we'll donate it to charity, but we no longer want them. So similarly, the soul wears our bodies like we wear clothes. And when the body grows old and can no longer function, it drops, and the soul assumes a new body. It goes on and wears a new body, like a baby, and it starts the whole process again. Another thing is, at the ashram, the gurus never use the word die. They never say when we die. They say when the body drops, because they fully understand what their real identity is, which is the soul. So even their speech is carefully structured so that they're mindful of their real identity. They will say when the body drops. They never say when we die, because we can never die as the soul. The teachings of the Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita says, how can something die when it never was born? In the Bhagavad Gita, it also says, knives can't cut it, fire can't burn it, water can't wet it, wind can't dry it. It is untouchable, this soul. And you and I, we are this soul. And when we realize that we are untouchable, that we are invincible, that we are immortal, we will start living life with less fear, knowing that we are that soul, that invincible, immortal soul. And the soul is all-knowing. When we say omnipotent, omniscient, that's what the soul is. And that's what you and I are. When we realize our real identity, we will live fearless lives, and we will be able to achieve anything we put our minds to. Because it is the soul that animates the mind. It is the soul that animates this body. Think of it as the electricity in a house. The entire house, the lights, the fan, the air conditioner, the TV, everything is animated by electricity. But we can't see electricity. Yet, it is this same electricity that lights up everything in a house. Our gurus have also told us to view ourselves as we live in a house, so does the soul live in this body and animates it. And when the soul leaves the body, it stops animating the body. That's when the body drops. But the soul never dies, and it can never die. And that soul is you. That soul is me. And you and I, we are no different. We are that same soul. Not a piece of that soul. We are that same one soul. As I've said in my previous video, there is only one soul. But we also can't see it as one. When we say one, it brings the idea of two and three. We can't even say singular, because when we talk about it as singular, it produces the idea of plural. So it's a unique thing to understand. But the more you delve deeper into this study, the more you will become the soul, and the more you will understand it. I welcome you to subscribe to my channel, because I plan to produce a lot more videos. I'm hoping to achieve 1,000 videos in the shortest time possible to spread this knowledge to you and to the world. You can help me in the process by liking and sharing this video and leaving a comment if you can, which will help the algorithm. I thank you in advance. And if you'd like to purchase this book in an ebook format along with my other books, there are 5 books on sale. Please visit my website, which is www.enlightening.org. www.joinandy.co/ebooks. Thanks again for spending some time with me. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.